Welcome to This is Paris, the show that takes you up close and personal with 8-time French champions Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up, a moment of magic breaks Strasbourg's resistance.
Ganamos un partido muy difícil.
And Herrera is back, and we look at his road to recovery.
I want to be now there.
From Dakar to the French capital, meet Idrissa Gana Gueye.
C'est un rêve d'un gosse qui se réalise.
It's European football as Paris turn it on against Real.
C'est une belle soirée pour tout le monde ce soir.
After a week off for international football to take centre stage, the Ligue 1 returned with a home match for Paris Saint-Germain against Strasbourg in week 5 of the season. The Parc des Princes paying tribute to a few of its legends, courtesy of the work of graffiti artist Estime. And the historical theme continued inside the arena with the launch of the new third jersey, a return to the iconic white shirt to celebrate the club's 30-year partnership with Nike. We have to admit that after an international break and before a match against Real Madrid, it was never going to be easy.
We knew before the game it wasn't going to be easy against Strasbourg because they defend so well. They are very compact. Physically, they are very strong.
They defended very deep, and honestly, they defended pretty well. We tried from one side to the other, but we struggled. At half-time, 9 former players, all wearing the new jersey, were presented to the Parc des Princes and received a fantastic ovation from the fans. It's a great shirt. I think it represents Paris very well. It was a good idea to re-release it. This jersey is also the first trophy, the Coupe de France, so it's a special jersey, and I think every player that wore this shirt is happy to see it back on the pitch at the Parc des Princes. I think I was the last goal scorer with this white jersey against Toulouse. So it's great to come down here pitch side. I feel like I was about to come on and play. I'm happy he was able to make the difference and that we kept a clean sheet against Strasbourg. He has great character and a lot of experience.
Il a beaucoup d'expérience.
When you play against a defense that they have 5 players in the back, you have to move the ball so quick. You have to try to find the spaces outside, because inside is difficult. I think in the second half we had some good crosses. They have 3 center defenders and they cleared the ball a lot of times.
It wasn't our best match, but in these moments you have to show your individual quality, and that can be the difference. Neymar did that very late in the game, but he did it, and that's 3 points, so it's good.
3 points dans cet moment, c'est bien.
I was expecting if he missed the shot, I was there just to try to get the ball in the second ball, but after that I realized it was Ney, and I say, okay, he's going to score. So I don't know my reaction, because I never control my feelings. I will see the camera that you are telling me now.
I'm very happy. We won a difficult match. All my teammates worked very hard today. Neymar scored a very important goal for everyone. Against Strasbourg, Neymar Jr. secured a last-gasp victory for Paris Saint-Germain with a sublime goal. A veritable chef-d'oeuvre, up there with the very best goals scored in the historic white shirt. In January 2000, Paris Saint-Germain entertained Strasbourg to the Parc des Princes. Second in the standings behind Monaco, Les Rouges et Bleus were looking to qualify for the Champions League. The team had made a good start to the season, better than expected, because the previous year had been a disappointment. But they came into Strasbourg on the back of 3 straight draws. Christian had arrived late at Paris. It was a difficult transfer because his club Porto Alegre didn't want to let him go. And the fans were starting to ask a few questions about how good he actually was. He didn't score in 7 matches. He was slow, not beating players. Real doubts were appearing. When all of a sudden, he scored a hat-trick away to Metz, a great achievement away from home. On this day, he was always in the right place, a bit like Bianchi. It had been a long time since Paris had seen a striker like this. After just 11 minutes, Paris led 2-0 thanks to a Christian brace. Bergeroux's side stepped off the gas, though, and could count on Bernard Lemar to preserve the advantage. Bernard was in great form. He was vice-captain with Ali Benarbia. He knew that this was his last season, at least the last with Paris Saint-Germain. And he wanted to make history, wanted to lead the club back to the Champions League. And it's true that at 2-0 Strasbourg were looking for a way back into the game, but he did the job. With 15 minutes left, Christian completed his job. Everything went his way. It was incredible. There were shots blocked that fell to him. The keeper didn't hold the ball. He followed up. It was his night. It was an incredible achievement, a quadruple. In the history of Paris Saint-Germain, it's very rare. Only 2 players had done it in the league before him, Carlos Bianchi and Patrice Loco. And since Christian, only 4 other players have done it: Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Neymar, Kylian Mbappe and Edinson Cavani. That shows you just how rare and exceptional that night was for Christian. In the end, he had a great season, scored 16 goals, which was rare back in those days. In fact, nobody had a better ratio of goals to games for Paris since Bianchi in the 1970s. He had a great season. Coming up on This Is Paris, Ander Herrera invites you behind the scenes of his return from injury. We sit down with midfielder Idrissa Gana Gueye. And the Champions League is back with the visit of the mighty Real Madrid.
Hola, soy Ander y estás viendo This Is Paris.
When I got injured was a kick against Rennes. I thought it was just a kick, but I continued training with a lot of pain, but I was training and training and training, thinking that it was just a kick. And finally I got an injury, my fault, because I didn't stop at the right time, because I don't like to stop. After that, the day after the injury, I didn't do anything, just ice, and 2 days after we were already working. Today is the 4th day after the injury. We've been doing treatment the last 3 days. I feel much better. It's time to forget about the moment I got injured. It's time to think about working and trying to do it as good as possible.
This is the worst thing.
Yeah.
When you have to be here and you see your teammates training there. They want to be now there. Je vais être là maintenant. Je vais travailler pour ça.
Our first aim was that he could walk normally after 5 or 6 days, and that's already the case. Now we'll work on increasing the workload for his calf muscle, but we also have to look after the rest of his body, which is why he does so many different exercises.
14 days today. So 14 days ago I got injured training. And I'm much better. Yesterday I did some runnings. I'm doing good. I'm training almost every day, 2 sessions. I just want to be back as soon as possible. I love playing football. I love playing for this club. Now we are into that step where I have to jump, I have to do accelerations. That's very demanding for the calf. So from today we go for it.
3 days like this. For us, the injury is coming along very well.
When I do not train, I go home feeling that I'm missing something. I need to do something. Football sometimes is like this. You have to miss a couple of games to be back stronger and to help the team.
Fantastic feeling to play in front of our fans in Parc des Princes. I almost scored a goal. Would have been the perfect debut for me, but we won. We won. Neymar scored a fantastic goal. Je suis très content.
Bonjour, c'est Idrissa et vous regardez This is Paris.
Idrissa Gana Gueye is an accomplished and well-travelled midfielder. At nearly 30 years of age, this summer he signed for Paris Saint-Germain, bringing with him all the football culture and experience that has taken him all over the world. I was born in Dakar and grew up in Cambérène. Ever since I was a little boy, I always had a football with me. I slept with one. I went to a few different football schools in Senegal, and then I had a tryout to go to the Diambars Academy. It meant I had to leave my family, but it was the dream of every young Senegalese footballer. There were trials all over Senegal, and everyone dreamed of being accepted into this academy. It was created by Patrick Vieira, Bernard Lamar, Jimmy Ajovi Boko and Seya Sek. There were a lot of rules you had to abide by. You had to work hard at school, otherwise no football. I spent 5 great years at the academy that helped me get to where I am today. I think that academy is a good example for Africa and a very good thing for the people of Senegal. I spent my 5 years there and then joined Lille in August 2008. Same, I spent 5 years there and then left for England. And today I'm here at Paris Saint-Germain. After playing for Aston Villa, Everton, now I'm here. It was the right time. I've always worked very hard to reach my objectives. And it's just a dream come true to sign for a big club like Paris Saint-Germain. This is the culmination of all the hard work I've done for years. Here there was at last a coach that said, "That's the player I need, he's the one I want." And it's all the better, because I never expected it. He called me up, and I was able to speak with him. Already on television you can see he's a good person, but speaking to him on the phone, and now to train under him every day, it's even better. Everyone knows he's a very good coach, but aside from being a coach, he's a good guy that knows how to manage his squad on a human level. He's always there to have a laugh, to chat to the players. And in terms of the football, it's the opportunity for me to take the next step up in level, to play in the Champions League again. And I hope it all goes well for me. Above all, I hope to continue improving and do what I can to always help the team. I'm not the biggest, and that caused me a few problems when I was starting out. When I was in the academy, the coach would often put me on the bench, saying I was too small. But that just motivated me to keep working even harder, to work on other qualities that maybe I was lacking, the physical side of my game. Before, I was more a technical player that played football. But I understood that to succeed, maybe I needed to change my style, become more physical, a bit tougher in the challenge. That allowed me to grow, to become the player I am today. That's the way I am on the pitch. I don't like to lose. I love football, and for me, that's what football is. It doesn't mean defending, but having the ball, enjoying the game, bringing your teammates into the game. Well, to do that, you need to win the ball. So you need players that are there to defend for the team, win possession, and then help the team attack. For me, it's just a pleasure to play in this stadium, and even more than that, to play with players such as Marco Verratti, who's a player I just love. I watched him play a lot on television. The way he plays, he's an exceptional player for me. So to play next to him today, even if I'm older than him, I still learn a lot because he's truly an exceptional footballer. 5 years after his last appearance in the Champions League with Lille, Gana Gueye will once again experience those big European nights, starting with a huge clash against Real Madrid. It's the dream of every player to play in this competition. It's the biggest club competition of them all. You have to do everything. It's going to be a great match, and we'll try and enjoy it and make sure our fans enjoy it, and do everything we can to make sure we win. It was a special night on Wednesday at the Parc des Princes, the start of an 8th consecutive Champions League campaign for Paris Saint-Germain, and to mark the occasion, the visit of none other than Real Madrid. A special evening also for KEYLOR Navas. In just his second outing for Les Rouges et Bleus, the new keeper was up against his former club. At the start it was a bit strange, but once I was out on the pitch, I always give everything for my team, and my team is Paris Saint-Germain. This is my club, my home, my fans. We'll always give everything to win matches and be happy.
The return from Icardi, there's Di Maria! That's a superb finish! Finding Di Maria! He's done it again! Even better than his first strike!
I provided the assist, but it was above all Fideo who made the goal with a superb run and shot. It was not the assist, but the shot that was exceptional. The coach gave us a lot of instructions, but above all, he told us to go out there and enjoy it. This was our first home match in the competition. We needed to make the most of it. If we won, we weren't qualified, but if we lost, we weren't eliminated. So just go for it, while always sticking to the game plan.
partido.
It was a very good match. We're very happy because the team worked very hard and did an incredible job in defense. Thanks to that hard work, we were never really in danger at the back.
Mucho que hacer hoy atrás.
Here is Meunier running and slotting it through. And Bernat returns the ball for Meunier to finish the job.
I always try and help the team, whether with goals or assists. Tonight I provided the assists. I'm a generous kind of guy. It was a great night for everyone, for the team and the supporters. We really wanted to play well tonight, and we did that. Got a good win and kept a clean sheet, and that's the most important thing. We need to continue like this while staying humble, working hard every day and keep our feet on the ground. Above all, we need to play every game like we did today to win.